someone has said better be late than never, and I have to say that this video it's a little late because in this video I'm gonna be talking about how the DJI AVATA 2 is now backward compatible with the latest firmware that's been out for almost a month now. I would say if you update your DJI AVATA 2, you are now able to use it with the Goggle 2 or the Integra Goggle, and you are also able to use it with the DJI Motion Controller 2 and with the DJI FPV Controller 2. And finally, I'm going to be able to do some freestyle with the Controller 2 and the DJI AVATA. Now, in order for this to work, you're going to need to update everything to the latest firmware. That includes the DJI AVATA 2, the Motion Controller 2, the Controller 2, and the Goggle 2 or the Goggle Integra if you're using the Integra. The latest firmware, I actually don't remember which number it is. I'm going to put it somewhere here so you can see which number it is. And to update everything to the latest firmware, you can either use your DJI Fly app or you can use the DJI Consumer app on your computer. The process is very easy, as by DJI always make everything pretty easy. In the DJI Fly app, it actually walks you through the whole process on how to get everything linked together. This is the biggest drawback of using the Goggle 2 with either the DJI AVATA or the DJI AVATA 2. That is, since the Goggle 2 does not have a GPS module on it because of remote ID requirement, you have to plug in your phone to the Goggle. It's a little annoying, but if you don't do that, you won't be able to take off. Well, guys, so before I take off, let's just do a quick little tutorial on the remote controller 2. So we're gonna go into setting, and I'm gonna go into control, and we're gonna go into remote controller 2 or remote controller, and you do have our little button option, and you can actually change some of the function based on the button. I think you can change as you see on your screen. You got your custom mode, you got your C1 and your C2. You can actually change which function those gonna do. I do have the ESC beeping on C1, and C1 also have throttle mode. Throttle mode is to flip your drone over in case of a crash. Otherwise, I got those two, but I don't really care. And in C2, that's where I got my arming switch. There is actually two ways you can arm this. You can either arm it, I can either arm it with C2, or I can just arm it the normal old school way. Let's see here. That's pretty much all you can do. Now, let me go back. Another thing, let's go to gain. In order to do freestyle, you have to turn this option off, or your drone won't be able to flip and do anything like you want to, even if you're on manual mode. And those are my rate I'm using. I didn't change anything. Those are just DJI rates. We're gonna see how it fly without it. So as I said earlier, I can either arm my drone the old DJI way, that'll be this way, and the drone is armed, and I can also tune it off the same way. The drone is disarmed. I have my arming switch on C2, and on this side I have my flight mode. Right now I'm in normal, that's sport, and that's manual. And we are up in the air. And what I'm gonna go do now, I'm gonna go into manual. So now I need to align my, already a lot more responsive. That'll be the last thing I want to do, is crash this guy in the water. So as I was saying earlier, I think I said that the DJI FPV controller to give you a little more, way more control over your drone. Now, one thing I have to say, she's flying this guy right now, kind of aggressive. Speed-wise, we're getting a lot more speed. But I also have the feeling with those small little motor that the drone does feel under power. I'm getting speed, but when you're doing maneuver that require you to kind of do quick changes, you really feel that it is under power. Let me see. Power punch. Oh yeah. So we can freestyle it, but I would say that it does feel under power. Yeah, you can see those little wobble. That's just the motor struggling. Let me see. Let me try it again. Maybe I may need to. Okay. So since the motor to me feel under power, that means when I do a maneuver, when I come off of a maneuver, I have to give it a little more throttle to overcome the motor being under power. Okay, so that's a little adjustment I have to do for my flying skill or my flying style, because after all, there we go. So I have to give it a little more throttle when I'm coming out of a maneuver, because with most maneuver, when you do freestyle, usually is, you will see when I go up, I go down, I kill my throttle, then I restart my throttle. Now the speed is there, the control is there, a lot more control. Oop, ooh, impact detected. See, I don't know, I may have to change the rates to something that will make the drone respond to me much faster, because those are the DJI rates. I don't know how fast they are. They may be a little too slow. They feel a little too slow for me. But yeah, you can fly this little guy. Let's do a little range test here. Let's see how far we're gonna get to this with this guy. We're getting a little bit of wobble, and how far? I think I'm about 300 meters from myself. It's a little windy today. It's still pretty hot. I think temperature is supposed to be in the mid-90s Fahrenheit, and if you don't know Fahrenheit, 95, 94 is about 35 degrees Celsius, so it is hot and it's very humid. I live in East Tennessee. Humidity is ridiculous. I don't know what the humidity is, but I do like flying the AVATA with the motion controller to DJI FPV controller. To me, it should give you a lot more control over what you can do. Speed wise, a lot more speed compared to the motion controller 3. What is my flight time? Usually with the AVATA 2 I get about 20 minutes, but I'm pretty sure since I'm using the FPV controller, it's not gonna be 20 minutes. Yeah, it is still under power, but I just need to make an adjustment now. To be honest, guys, even though you have the option to flip and all and everything, the Avata 2, it's not a freestyle drone. Those motors are just way too small. So I won't lie to you, it does feel underpowered to me. It really does feel underpowered to me. Now, compared to my Avata, I would say the Avata is actually a lot more responsive. But if you've seen my video on the Avata, I did update my motors to the Axi Flying motor, which are bigger motors, so a lot more powerful. Let's see if we can do. Let's see if we can get it to, how you call it? You know, on Avata, when you lose control. No, doesn't seem to happen on this guy. Already low batteries. So one thing I'm gonna do before, let's see if we can get it to do a power loop. My battery's almost dead. Let's see, power loop. Oh yeah, we can do power loop. We can do power loop. So, advice to you guys, if you're gonna be using your DJI AVATA 2 with the FPV controller, either the 2 or the 3, it does give you a lot more control over flip and roll, and of course you can do power loops. So you can do a lot more stuff, a lot more maneuver with the DJI AVATA 2 with the FPV controller, but it's still not a FPV drone, so just be careful when you're flying it. It does give you more control, but since you have more control, which means that you are more likely to crash your drone, so you gotta take that into consideration. But it is fun, definitively fun. But then again, guys, just be careful. As Peter Parker always said, with great power come great responsibility. So that's just it for me, guys. Thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next video. Hopefully the next one should be much faster, because I think it's been like almost a month since the last video I make. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope that you have a good day.